Hi, counsel. We do have some retained cases, so we've got a little wiggle room for you guys. So give me 1 second. Let me get these guys going, and then we'll start. We're still waiting for more files to come.
And then, were you, just so there's no confusion, did you already talk to Ms. Rutherford about bugs? Yeah, number one. Anyways, it says Oakland County is now at Garden City.
Okay, I saw emails about it, so.
Okay, well, they have our information, they should be in, but just in case you could, you're like, oh, we don't have any Garden City.
Oh, no, I'm making a note right now, but thank you. I caught the emails about that, because it looks like one jurisdiction picked them up, so, okay, great.
He's been interviewed.
Wonderful, thank you so much. So yeah, when they dial in, then we'll just jump in and get it squared away. Thank you for the update. Okay, we are streaming. All right, we're about to go dial in. Good morning, DDC. We do have some retained cases. Let me know when you're ready for those files.
I'm ready.
Okay, we have, if you can bring, we have one attorney for two different clients, two different cases, Conaway and Walker. We also have an attorney for Lamar, Michael Lamar, and lastly for Kaiser, Freddie Kaiser.
Copy.
And there's Wayne County. Okay, counsel, I think Wayne County just checked in, and it looks like, hi, County. Is this for Avery
Good morning,
Phillip?
Your Honor. How are you today?
Doing well. Is this for Philip Avery?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Counsel, are you ready on Philip Avery?
We are.
Okay, great. Tell you what, while DDC, while you're getting your people lined up for the attorneys, we're going to get this one taken care of for the county. We're on the record calling case number 210-44157, Peach State of Michigan versus defendant number 1, Philip Avery. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Just on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Avery, who is from a reading of the defense constitutional rights to stand due, but the court would allow me to provide the sheet real quick.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Mr. Sanford, do we have a file for bugs yet, or is that still? Oh, thank you. No worries. And counsel, just be advised, looks like for Boggs, they just checked in. Okay, hi, Garden City, stand by on Mr. Boggs. We have a couple of files ahead of you. We'll be with you in just a moment.
Okay, thank you.
Stand by. Okay, for Mr. Avery, court waives the waiver from reading saying your client mute. Okay, court waives from reading it for night on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom pretrial date, April 22nd, 2021 at 8 p.m. to Thursday District Court in front of Judge Bryant and Esteban, ma'am.
Mr. Avery is 25 years old. He's unemployed at this moment. He's suffers from asthma, he has one kidney, he lives with his aunt, has her support. He has 3 kids, all living in Michigan. This incident allegedly is from April 2020, so it does have some age to it, Your Honor, almost a year. I'm respectfully asking the court to consider it personal bond. He understands no contact order and has no issues with that.
Thank you. Counselor Sabana, are there any holds, if you know?
Your Honor, ma'am, he's currently remanded until he can get a bed at T. Jefferson. He will be on
Okay, so
TPS
noted.
tether.
Okay, thank you. Counsel, court takes into account representations, including this is an older matter, but does remain open and pending. Further, that it does include allegations of an assaultive nature. Court also takes into account his significant family and residential ties to the community, as well as family support, and also taking into account his outstanding health issues concerning the pandemic. Given the circumstances of this case, court will set bond $2,000 personal bond. Also, while this case is pending, no contact with the complaining witness, Brandon Barrows. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person or messages to him through third parties. The no contact orders extends to place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contact directly or indirectly. Is there anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, County Rossett.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a blessed day and be safe.
You too. Also, Garden City, if you can hear us, we're going to take you next. Garden City, can you hear us?
Yep, we're here.
Okay, thank you. Okay, for Mr. Buggs, can you join us at the okay, in front of the camera? Okay, calling case number 2005-8339, State of Michigan versus Romello Diatre Buggs Counsel.
Trustee Sharp, on behalf of Senator Buggs, who waits for more reading, understands the constitutional rights and stands.
For wait for more reading into a not guilty plea on your client's behalf, there is going to be a counsel, tell you what, first let's address what's going to be, your client, Capius, has your office been able to contact, well, right now it's in front of Judge Giles. And I think it was, he Capius back in October 2020, at the end of October 2020. Has your office been able to contact Judge Giles' courtroom?
And we're still waiting for an answer, Your Honor. So if the court wants to arrange and call and
Come back.
Call back right at that.
Okay, let the record, thank you. Counsel, then let's go to your bond argument then.
Your Honor, Mr. Buck is 24 years old. He's a lifelong resident of the Detroit area. To my knowledge, he has no priors. He's unemployed at the moment, but he said that he might have a job waiting around the dollar to get out. He wants to see his GED. Your Honor, he's now on probation or parole. And Your Honor, he does live with his mother. He has her support. This incident allegedly is from 2019. And Your Honor, Mr. Buggs was supposed to be arraigned at least 2 weeks ago. He was on the docket. He's on the docket. Some things happened with Oakland County where they couldn't get him on in time. He kept having to reschedule. So Mr. Buggs has already been sitting at Oakland County for way longer than he should on this, Your Honor. But I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond on this matter, and I understand that there's a case, so we'll continue to keep trying to make contact with Judge Giles.
Okay, so noted. And counsel, given that we do have authorization from Judge Giles' court, we'll let the record reflect the court has no objection, considering this is a non-assaultive case, but this court, again, on its own cannot unilaterally make any changes to an existing bond where there's a case with the exam judge. So you must get authorization. For the time being, let the record reflect that because of the capias and he's in custody, your client did fail to appear, which time Judge Giles said bond amount of $30,000 cash. Court, without, in the absence of any authorization, must continue that bond. Therefore, at this time, the presumed probable cause conference date is March 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 30th District Court, followed by a Zoom clearing examination date to be determined at the 30th District Court, and it will be in front of Judge Giles. You have major bond argument. For the time being, it is $30,000 cash, and the court is prepared to recall this case in the event we're able to get an update from Judge Giles' court regarding this case. Is there anything further regarding this matter?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. At this time, we are concluded. Garden City, if you can hear us, be advised that if there is a change in the bond, that also means there'll be a change in the date, but we'll get to an update as soon as possible. Do you copy? We may be in contact with you again to recall to readdress the bond issue. Do you copy? Is there an officer there at Garden City?
Yes, ma'am, we copy.
Okay, thank you kindly. All right, we'll be back. Thank you.
Put your mask on.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, that leaves. Hi, at DDC, who do we have in front of the camera, please?
Royce Cunningham.
Okay. Thank you. Council, we're ready on Cunningham? Okay, all right, we're on the record regarding Cunningham. Also, let the record reflect, Mr. Cunningham, you do, before we get to your matter with your attorney present, we do have a couple of traffic misdemeanors that we're going to recall the cases and get you a new court date on these. Calling you ticket 557-67220, People State of Michigan versus Royce Ronaldo Cunningham. So you're charged with consuming alcohol in public. You missed the court date. It's going to be a personal bond, no dollar amount listed. You ticket 557-67120. You're charged with interfering with the city employee in the disposition of their duties, zero bond, personal bond, no dollar amount listed. You ticket 462-48918. You are charged with entering a vacant building without owner's permission. It's going to be a personal bond, no dollar amount listed. These tickets are misdemeanors. The penalty that you could receive is 93 days in jail and a $500 fine. So do you understand the charges that were read and the penalty that you could receive on these tickets? Paul will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. There is a Zoom pretrial date set for April 14, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court in front of Judge Hennon Johnson. With any criminal matter, sir, you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say orally or in writing can and will be used against you in a court of law. You also have the right to an attorney if you cannot afford one on your own. The court will appoint one for you at public expense. Do you understand these rights?
Yes.
Okay, and at this time, I want to set aside and the bond is continued. Also calling case number 190-61547, People State of Michigan versus Royce Ronaldo Cunningham. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Judge Sharp, on behalf of Justice Cunningham, who waived from a reading, understands the constitutional right and stand here.
Court waive from a reading into a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. This is a Zoom probable cause conference date, April 12, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined. And that will be in front of Judge Jones and Esteban.
Mr. Cunningham is 30 years old, lifelong resident of Detroit. Suffers from asthma. He did from school at Life Skills for his GED. He's in the process of trying to finish. I believe he has an interview today, Your Honor. He was never arraigned on this matter of 2019. He turned himself into the street on Saturday on this case, Your Honor. So don't want to see that white risk. He wants to take care of everything, Your Honor. He lives with his wife and one of his 5 kids. He's active in all of their life. He's got family ties, community ties. I'm respectful asking the court to consider a personal one.
Thank you. Did you see Esteban? Are there any hold?
He has a hold, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Counsel for facing counter representations, including this court certainly wants to see him take advantage of employment opportunities in the community. He also has a significant family and residential ties to the community. And this is not an assault. Given those elements, court will set bond $1,000 personal bond. Court also takes into account the pandemic and the fact that the client turned himself in. Anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
You all set?
Okay. Lamar, step in, stand on the black line, take the full name.
Okay, counsel on Lamar. Counsel Toussaint, are you ready?
I am, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, your name, sir?
Michael Lamar.
Okay, thank you. Calling case number 200-626-2626, Michigan versus Michael Dwayne Lamar. Also, is Michael D. Lamar. Counsel, your appearance, please, and your P number for the record.
And good morning, Your Honor. May it please this most honorable court, Benson J. Toussaint, P58609, on behalf of Mr. Michael Lamar, who appears today by video, requesting that this case be heard by video this morning.
Thank you. And you're waiving for reading and your claim mute, is that correct?
Waive from reading, standing mute, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Court waive the form of reading it for not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom probable cause conference date, April 13, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at in front of Judge Archer and Esteban, sir.
Esteban, my client is 40 years old. He's a lifelong resident of the city of Detroit. He lives with, he actually took his mother in after she lost her house. My client is a 1999 graduate of Northern High School. He attended Michigan State, Wayne State, graduating from ITT Tech 2013. He's fully employed at National Cash Register out in Livonia. He's a consumer network engineer for the past 4 years. Prior to that, he was at Johnson Controls in Highland Park. My client does have a daughter. He's single. He turned himself in this morning. We found out about this. He has no passport, no felony criminal history. He is currently on bond with this court. And this case that he's before the court on emanates from the OUIL case from 2020. He's currently in the second phase of probation. He's doing well. My client has no other criminal history. He has hypertension. He does suffer from high cholesterol and asthma. So because of the COVID and the pandemic, we're requesting a personal bond in this matter.
Thank you. Did you see the bond or any hold?
I don't see any holes, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. The council court takes into account representations, including that your client did turn himself in, that he's looking to see this case through. Court also takes into account that this is a matter from a year ago, and your client did make himself available for arraignment on this case, and he has significant family residential ties. Court is also taking into account his health status given the pandemic facing the nation. Given those elements, court will set by the amount of $1,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Okay, yes, sir. You're all set, so you step away from the camera.
Your Honor, you stay safe and take care.
You too, sir. You too.
Thank you.
Walker, get right there. Get on the black line, take full neck, leave mask on.
Hi, your name, sir?
Christopher Walker.
Thank you. Calling case number 210-56101, People State, Michigan versus Christopher Lee Marvin Walker, also known as Christopher Lee Martin Walker. Counsel your parents, please, and your P number for the record.
Your Honor, may I please refer to the court, Gary Jones, P number 56072, appearing on behalf of Christopher Walker. Your Honor, for the purposes of arraignment, he will stand mute, wait formal reading.
Take over the formal reading at your not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom probable cause conference date, April 14, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined in front of Judge Giles and as the bond. Mr. Sanford?
Your Honor, as the bond, I would indicate that Mr. Walker is a lifelong resident of the city of Detroit. Mr. Walker voluntarily turned himself in this morning at the Detroit Detention Center at 4:30 this morning at my behest. He became aware of this outstanding warrant when he was going to purchase another firearm, but was unaware that he even had an outstanding warrant. And so once he became aware of it, he immediately contacted me, and I set up him a terminal date of Monday. So we're asking for a personal bond. He's not a flight risk, he's not a threat to the community, and he has no criminal history.
Okay, thank you. Court does find this based, court takes into account all of your representations, including your client's significant ties to the community, also the pandemic facing the nation. This is non-assaultive, and the court does take into account that your client did turn himself in to make himself available for arraignment on this case. Given those elements, did you see his bond or any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. Given all of those considerations, court at this time will set bond in the amount of $1,000 personal bond. Is there anything, and no firearms while the case is pending. Counsel, is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. You're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
That's no money.
Hello, ma'am.
I mean Kaiser, right? Kaiser, step up. Kaiser.
Conway.
Which one?
We didn't say Conway, right?
Come on. You got Gary Jones? Come on. Right there.
There we go.
Hi, your name, sir?
Kente Conway.
Okay, Mr. Conaway. Calling case number 210-56067, people say Michigan versus Kente Antoine Conaway, also known as Kente Conaway. And Kente Antoine, different spelling of the middle name Conaway. Counsel, your appearance and P number for the record.
Your Honor, Gary Jones, P number 56072, appearing on behalf of Kente Conway. Your Honor, for the purpose of arraignment, he stand mute, waive the formal reading, and I would indicate, Judge, so that you know, Mr. Conway has a lengthy criminal history, okay? But Mr. Conway...
Okay, counsel, stand by. Court will waive the formal reading, stand mute. There is a Zoom probable cause conference date, March 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom center examination date, March 29, 2021 at 9 o'clock at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. And again, your bond argument, please.
Your Honor, with respect to bond, I would indicate, Judge, this young man has a lengthy history. He's a lifelong resident of the city of Detroit. But this young man is going through a bitter divorce with his ex-wife. These charges stem from his ex-wife. He's had the children for approximately 8 months. Additionally, Judge, he has 3 children, I believe, in total. One of which is in the children's hospital as we speak right now. He was brought to children's hospital yesterday, having some type of bronchial asthmatic attack. His mother, Mr. Kente Conway's mother, passed on Saturday morning. In spite of all of this, Mr. Conway, we had set up a date on, I believe it was Thursday, for him to turn himself in Monday morning at the DDC. And he availed himself of that, and we brought him to DDC at 4:30 a.m. this morning. Judge, I know, given the nature of the offense, that some bond is necessary, but we're asking that the court consider placing him on a GPS tether. That way, that the community is protected and that the court knows about his whereabouts. He does have, I believe he's habeas in the past, but to his credit, he has not had any criminal history for a substantial period of time, Judge. He did serve some but he was subsequently released. And this young man has turned his life around. He owns a business, and he's these charges are totally false, but they're being brought forward by his ex-wife in an attempt to get custody of the children.
Okay, counsel, just to clarify, you indicated a divorce. Is the divorce final, or what's the status at this time? Because the court knows that this alleged incident is from July 2020. What's the status now?
I don't know. Is there custody divorce? What's the status going on? Sir? Mr. Conway?
It's a custody battle over our children.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing, gentlemen. Please listen to the question. The question is, what is the status of the divorce case itself? Is the divorce still pending? Yes or no?
No.
When was the divorce final?
It wasn't a divorce. It's a court case for our children.
Let me ask you this, sir, because again, the court's trying to clarify what jurisdiction is the custody issue. So you're saying there was never a divorce filed, is that correct? Nobody filed for divorce, is that correct?
No, it wasn't a file. Correct.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
you and Chantel Jones were not legally married, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, so the only thing outstanding is the custody issue concerning the children, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, what is the status of the custody issue now? And counsel, again, if you want to voir dire your client, you're welcome to do that. But the court is simply trying to discern what, if anything, in terms of bond or conditions of bond, as well as visitation issues regarding the children, because the court doesn't want to impose anything that may interfere with current conditions for, for custody or for visitation or parenting time. Do you understand what the court is trying to clarify?
Okay. Approximately 9 months ago, did something happen with respect to the children, Mr. Conway?
Say that again, sir.
Did your ex-girlfriend drop the children off at your home and abandon the children?
Yes, she did.
Okay, and how long did you have those children before she came back into the children's life?
8 months.
Pardon?
8 months.
8 months. And then
Okay, so here, go ahead, counsel.
Okay, now with respect to the children, right now, she has the children, correct?
Yes, she does.
Okay. And now with respect to the young man that's in the children's hospital, is that a child you all have in common?
Say that one more time.
The child that's in children's hospital, is that one of the children we're dealing with?
No, sir.
Is that a child from another relationship?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Okay, so counsel, thank you. So to clarify, counsel, is there currently, regarding the children that he and the complainant have in common, is there currently an order in the civil division, in the family court, for visitation and parenting time, yes or no?
I don't believe there is, Judge.
Is that pending and they're trying to determine that? Again, the court is trying to clarify because the court doesn't want to set this up for failure and there are going to be complications because there's something else pending in the family court.
What's your visitation arrangement now?
As of right now, there is no visitation rights. I dropped the children off to her because of the death that I was dealing with my mother. And she agreed to, take the children after 8 months, but I mean, we haven't spoken or anything because I just learned of all of this. And
counsel, you indicate that your client is employed, is that correct?
That's correct.
And counsel, how is it that your client came to be in custody? Did your client turn himself in or was he taken into custody?
No, I brought him in, Judge, along with the other client at 4:30 this morning at the Detroit Detention Center. He went in voluntarily. We walked down there.
So counsel, to clarify again, the court is not looking to touch on the allegations or the elements of this case. So it is a case that your client has been exercising parenting time since this alleged offense, which is July of 2020?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And understand this, Judge, they even had a PPO hearing, and none of this was ever brought up.
So you're saying there's a PPO in place at this time between the parties?
No.
Okay.
He found out.
Yes or no?
No. When he found out, I have the paperwork here. He found out about all of this. Hold on. I got the PPO paperwork. It's dated. The case number is 20-105 256 TP, and it's dated 7/10 of 2020. And there's no mention, and I'm showing the court this document, no mention of any sexual assault inside the four corners of the PPO.
Was your client served with the personal protection order?
He was not. He found out about it when he was returning the children. One of the officers mentioned it, and then they didn't arrest him for any type of offense. They didn't mention anything about this. He didn't find out about this until he was dealing with his mom's death and some other things popped up. And then he came and immediately contacted me, Your Honor, and then we set up the date for him to turn himself in.
All right, counsel, here's what the court is going to do.
But he's been visiting the kids.
And the court appreciates you being able to elaborate and provide additional information and context because these are elements that are factors that the court takes into account when it considers not only a pandemic facing the nation, but also the nature of the charges and the seriousness of the allegations. The court must deal with these on its face, but the court also takes into account your representations on a case-by-case basis, including this case. The court wants to ensure safety of the community, including that of the complaining witness. Factors that are relevant here are the details regarding parenting time concerns or issues over the last 12 months or so, in addition to what you indicate was a personal protection order, but that was not served upon your client, and that your client was unaware of these, per your representations, your client was not aware of these allegations or the existence of a personal protection order, which apparently was not served upon him. Also, that it appears that your client has been exercising parenting time while since this alleged matter was brought to the attention of the authorities. Court also must balance it with the nature of the charges and the seriousness of the allegations, given that the court is going to depart significantly below what it would normally set, given the nature of the charges on their face. At this time, court is going to set bond in the amount of $15,000, 10%.
Okay.
And that is significantly below what the court would normally set, considering the nature of the charges on their face. And counsel, certainly you will have an opportunity to argue bond at the time of the exam. But again, this court has indicated its reasons on the record or its basis for setting the bond as it has. The court is not looking to set a tether, but here's the thing. Given the nature of the charges, the client is not to have any contact with complaining witness Chantel Jones. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this personal messages to her through third parties. No contact order also extends to her place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Yet also, the court is mindful of the fact that the parties have been able to exercise parenting time. The court is not looking to interfere with that. Counsel, if you would please, because this case is pending and the nature of these criminal charges, the court is going to indicate third-party exchange of the children, and hopefully your office will be able to help facilitate that. Perhaps you can facilitate helping your client identify perhaps a relative, or perhaps drop off and pick up at a police station or something like that. The court, again, is mindful of the sensitivity of this case, and these are serious charges, and the court cannot ignore that. So the court simply wants to allow the parties to still exercise their parenting time. It sounds like they've worked out an arrangement, but unless or until while this case is pending, the court must remain mindful of that. Can your office facilitate identifying a mutual person for exchange of the children?
I would do everything in my power to keep the family intact, and I will make sure that he adheres to the court's order. And we are extremely thankful that you weighed and assessed all of the factors and gave him a reasonable bond. So we're thankful, Your Honor.
So noted. Thank you, and I appreciate your being able to extend that for your client and that service to your client. The other thing, too, counsel, the court also wants to emphasize, again, the court has reviewed the file just so you're aware, counsel, among the factors that the court is taking into account when the court indicates no third-party contact on behalf of your client. Let the record reflect that it appears that the complainant at the time of this alleged incident did express concern that your client belongs to a social club, basically a bike club, and she expressed concern at the time that individuals other than your client may be a factor in terms of influencing the how this case advances. So the court wants to emphasize that and make you aware. The court's not hiding anything. The court's not looking to sandbag you or your client, but be mindful, counsel, that you also include in your consultation with your client that no one, no third party, no individuals can influence this case in any way, shape, or form, have absolutely no contact with the complainant. Now, this case must run its course, and it must be allowed to run its course, so no third party contact for the reasons stated. So do you understand or have any questions for the court?
No. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
That means no anyone coming over. You understand that?
Is there anything further, counsel?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Counsel, is there anything further?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Gentlemen, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Kaiser.
These files right here, we already have, they're the plastic slips. Those is the actual files for those.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Okay, hi, your name, sir?
Freddie Kaiser.
Okay, thank you. We're on the record calling case number 2004556, like that, 2004586, people say Michigan versus Freddie Lee Kaiser III, also known as Freddie also Razor, counsel.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Delphine, on behalf of and with Mr. Kaiser, by Zoom. For purposes of arraignment, we waive the formal reading of the complaint warrant and stand new to the charges.
Call away the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. It's going to be a Zoom pretrial date, April 5, 2021 at 8:30 in the 36th District Court in front of Judge Garrett and Esteban. Esteban, counsel.
Your Honor, Mr. Kaiser is 37 years of age. He is divorced. He has 2 children, ages 9 and 1. Resides in the city of Southfield, received his GED in 2006, has been working at the Holiday Market for 13 years, 2 as a dishwasher and 11 as a prep cook, has no mental or physical health problems, no substance abuse. He does have, I think, 2 to 3 felonies, but he's not currently on probation or parole. This offense occurred back in June of 2020. The warrant was not issued until November the 13th, 2020, and Mr. Kaiser did not become aware of it until recently. He contacted counsel, turned himself in to the detention center, and give a personal bond.
Thank you. Did you see his bond or any holds?
No hold.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes the case representations, including the information leading up to your client making himself available to the court this morning, and also that this is from a matter almost a year old, and the client has significant family residential ties. Court also takes into account the pandemic facing the nation at this time. For those reasons, court will set bond $2,500 personal bond. While this case is pending, no contact with complaining witness CR134 Hall. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages heard to third parties, and no contact order also extends to place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. You're all set. Take yourself away from the camera.
Your Honor, can you tell me whether or not Darrell Duncan made the list? Or do you have him on the list? Darrell Duncan.
Let's see. It's not on the list, madam.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Mr. Sanford for Mr. Conaway. What did I do for bond? Okay. In which case, it's not going to be a personal bond. It's going to be a Mr. Sanford. Then I think the date's going to be sooner than April 12th. Is that correct? Sorry? Okay, I need a admit for March 22nd then. Right, you gave me this stuff. Was I supposed to sign this? Or no? You gave me this. No? Okay, so we don't need this. Hi, your name, sir?
William Everett, Your Honor.
What is your name again, sir?
William Everett, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Thank you. No, it's fine. Thank you, sir. Okay, Mr. Everett. Counsel, are we ready for Mr. Everett? Thank you. Calling case number 210-56469. People say Michigan versus William Cullen. Everett, counsel. Full wait formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom probable cause conference date April 13, 2021 at 8:30 in the 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom examination date to be determined in front of Judge Archer and Esteban.
And Mr. Everett is 22 years old, lifelong resident of Michigan. He has no priors to my knowledge. He's currently unemployed at this moment. He is a high school grad and did 1 year at Jackson College, not on probation or parole. Lives with his mother. He has family ties. He doesn't respect by asking for a personal bond if he's not involved.
Okay, thank you. And did you see at the bond, are there any holds?
He has a hold, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. All right, council, court takes into account representation, including significant ties to the community. Also, this is non-assaultive, and court takes into account the pandemic facing the nation at this time to ensure your client's health and safety. Given those elements, court will set fine amount of $1,000 personal bond and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Personal bond.
Hi, your name, sir?
David Barrymore.
Calling case number 2105647 Kingston, Michigan versus David Andrew Barrymore, counsel. Call with the formal reading into your not guilty plea on your client's behalf to the Zoom. Probable cause found date April 12, 2000. Stand by. Mr. Sanford, when you get a chance, if I can get a personal bond date that says 2011, I need 2021. Okay, it's going to be a Zoom probable cause found date April 12, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined. And that's fine, counsel.
Mr. Barrymore, 30 years old, subsequent resident of Michigan, has no priors, Your Honor. Is a high school grad, is a college at Ring County Community College, is employed at Data Electronics, not a relational girl, lives alone, is not assaulted, on such action, but is considered personal law.
Thank you. Did you see his bonds or any holds?
Yes, hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel, court takes into account representations, including this is non-assaultive, that your client does have significant ties to the community and also the pandemic facing the nation. Given those elements, court will set bond $2,000 personal bond and no firearms while the case is pending. Anything further? Okay, you're all set. Take it away from the camera.
You're all set. You. Come on, step in, stand up, walk line, take your hood off. Pull that over your nose.
Hi, your name, sir?
Christopher Hughes.
Okay, stand by, sir. We'll be right there. Okay, Mr. Hughes. All right, sir, before we get started with your case, with your attorney present, we are going to cover some traffic misdemeanor tickets. These are where you missed your court dates. We're going to get you a new court date, and you are going to be attending by Zoom. You're going to receive instructions on how to attend your next traffic court date by Zoom. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Calling case number 232-841, Peterson, Michigan versus Christopher Sean Hughes. So you're charged with no license in possession. You missed the court date. It's going to be a personal bond, no dollar amount listed. Ticket 232384. You're charged with counts 1 and 2. No valid operator's license in possession and no insurance vehicle. No insurance on the vehicle. Personal bond, no dollar amount listed. 209785. You're charged with no operator's license on person. Personal bond, no dollar amount listed. Ticket U 176251114. You're charged with disorderly conduct. You missed review date. It's going to be a personal bond, no dollar amount listed. These tickets are misdemeanors. The penalty that you could receive is 93 days in jail and or a $500 fine. You understand the charges that were read and the penalty that you could receive on these tickets?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, court with the formal reading and tonight gets clear on your behalf. Stand by.
Thank you.
All right, court will enter a night just clear on your client's behalf. There's going to be a Zoom pretrial date April 14, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court in front of Judge McClinton. With any criminal matter, sir, you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say orally or in writing can and will be used against you in a court of law. You also have the right to an attorney. You cannot afford one on your own. The court will appoint one for you at public expense. You understand these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and at this time, the warrant is set aside and that bond is continued. Next calling case number. One 6057893, People State of Michigan versus Christopher Hughes. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Dr. Dowd, I'm not trying to review the way formal reading is within constitutional instance.
Waive the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Counsel, before we proceed, let the record reflect the review of the file shows that on May 16, 2016, your client failed to appear for an exam, preliminary exam, at which time a case was issued and Judge Gregory Bill over at Circuit Court remanded him. Were you able to address that bond issue? Also, let the record reflect that currently the exam is now set, or the next court dates are going to be in front of Judge King. Have you been able to be in contact with Judge King's courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. And what, if anything, do we have at this time regarding bond?
Judge King has given this court authority to change the bond to $10,000 personal bond with a tether.
Thank you. Thank you. Co-waive the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Is going to be a Zoom probable cause conference date. April 13, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a preliminary examination date by Zoom to be determined, and it will be in front of Judge King. And as indicated, counsel, we do have authority to change this to a $10,000 personal bond. That will be the bond, and anything, and also with tether. Is there anything further regarding bond or representations that you'd like this court to know?
No, that's my knowledge.
Okay, thank you. And DDC, is the bond, are there any holds?
He has no hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, counsel, at this time, bond is $10,000 personal bond with the tether. Anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set, so you can step away from the camera. Okay, counsel, do we have any updates so far with regards to the one case out of Garden City from Mr. Bugs? Okay. DDC, oh, no, disregard, those are the Oakland counties too. I mean, okay, I think, counsel, is that everything on the men's side? I think we have a batch of files on the women's side, is that correct?
It is correct.
Okay, DDC, I think that's everything that we have on the men's side. We'll see on the women's side shortly.
That's your first and last name? Never.
Hi, your name, ma'am?
Hi,
Your name, ma'am?
Cecilia Hernandez. As retained counsel, Your Honor.
Do we know who?
That's my doubt during the, we were supposed to.
Okay, Ms. Hernandez, do you have a retained attorney?
Yes.
What is your attorney's name, ma'am?
Francisco Villarreal.
Francisco, what is the last name?
Villarreal. B
Could you
like
spell it,
Victor,
please?
B like Victor, I,
Okay,
R, A, no, sorry, Billalel, Ruel.
Virugel?
Villarreal.
Okay. Okay, ma'am, when did you talk to this attorney? Does your attorney know that you're appearing today?
He's trying to investigate the office. But you know about, yesterday, I told you the Saturday night, and he's trying to investigate, yesterday in the morning.
Okay, well, ma'am, here's the thing. Your attorney has not checked in. Your attorney is not here right now. So in order to get you arraigned, we do need to have you talk to an attorney, but your attorney is not here. So does your attorney know that you were going to have court today?
For attorney's not here, you thought she was retained, and her attorney set up the transfer.
Has your office or anybody been able to make contact with this attorney?
No, actually, we had difficult time understanding who her attorney was, but she noticed that she had an attorney. It's Francisco.
Yeah.
Francisco looks like Via Rugel, R-U-G-U-L, Rugel.
I don't want to lie to you, I don't know.
Her name is Cecilia Hernandez. DDC, listen, we may need to pass on this for a moment because to begin, we'll probably need to make arrangements for an interpreter, in which case it may have to get put into the afternoon if we can't get an interpreter right away. Plus, if she's indicating she has an attorney, then that's another thing that we need to look into because so far no attorney has filed an appearance.
Copy. You can step out.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the update. Mr. Sanford, and if anything, we may need to get an interpreter to at least try to. Thank you. Let the record reflect that we've already made a request for an interpreter. And we'll see if we can't get an update. We'll let you know as soon as we can. Okay. DDC standby. We have somebody checking in from the county, it looks like. Oh, I'm sorry. Hi. Looks like Wayne County GL. Your name, please?
Hi, good morning.
No, stand by, ma'am.
This is Mr. Thomas Allen.
I don't think we have a file for Thomas Allen. Do you know whether or not if your county sent in paperwork for him?
You know, I don't know. The jail that I'm at, all we're given is a daily docket, and we have to pick these guys up and log into who they provide us with. And on my docket, it shows he's up for an arraignment today.
At 36?
At 36. Yeah.
Okay, my apologies. He's not on our. Sorry, sir?
I'm sorry. We did log in, and he did talk to the attorney beforehand.
Okay, stand by. Do we know if there's a file coming for him? Because he's not on our list.
I don't have any, information on this case. I can call to the back. What's the name again?
Thomas Allen. Okay, County, if you don't mind, we're going to see if we could get an update because we were not informed that there was an additional file for Mr. Allen. He's not on our current list, and we weren't aware that there was anything coming through. So stand by, please. You can keep the line open, maybe put yourself on mute. We're going to take care of our other cases. As soon as we have an update, we'll let you know.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of weird circumstances pertaining to Mr. Allen. It's a 1985 case, Your Honor. When I went on to register actions, it seems like the mayor been on probation. He told me that he finished probation for this.
Like a probation violation?
Right, but probation violation, like back in 86 or something. Then it seems like he was arraigned again in 2016 on this case. And from Magistrate White, who said $100 bond, but I see no paper in the history of this case form, if you have a warrant. So,
Okay.
I was gonna try and talk to you about this.
Okay, thank you. County, the court has gotten some general information, enough to know that it's an older matter. We're going to try to get an update on the status of the case to find out what needs to be done with it. So again, you're welcome to put yourself on mute. We're going to take care of our other cases. As soon as we have an update, we'll let you know. Thank you. Do you copy?
Yes,
thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, DDC, back to you. Hi, ma'am. Your name, please?
Linda Melton.
Thank you. Okay, this is case number 1704542, People State, Michigan versus Linda Pippin Melton. Ma'am, counsel your appearance, please, on Melton.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Bird, on behalf of the Melton, I'm trying to waive the right to formal reading. Understands the constitutional rights of the stand.
Full waive the formal reading and for a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom pretrial date set for April 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 for the 36th District Court, and it will be in front of Judge Ryan Esteban.
Your Honor. My client indicates to us that she's a 63-year-old black woman resident for like this. High school graduate, not on probation, licensed practical nurse, and respectfully, Your Honor, I understand the assault of allegations. I'm pretty sure my client is and respectfully have to spoke for personal violence.
Thank you. DDC is bond any hold?
Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel for taking county representation. This is an older matter, and that your client does have significant residential and gainful employment and ties to the community. Court, given those elements, will set bond the amount of $1,000 personal bond, and because it's an allegation of an assaultive nature, no contact with the complaining witness, Caroline Simmons. No contact needs, no written or verbal communication with this person. No messages to her through third parties. No contact or those extends to place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contact directly or indirectly. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, ma'am. You can step away from the
Case.
Yes.
It's an incorrect case number. They're trying to resolve it. Can't go this morning.
Okay.
Maybe able to go this afternoon.
Okay.
Incorrect case number for Thomas Allen. They're trying to look into it.
Okay, County, can you hear us for Mr. Allen?
Yes, ma'am.
Let the record reflect that at this time, Mr. Allen's case is not going to go with this morning session. It appears that there's an incorrect case number attributed to Mr. Allen's case. The criminal division is looking to remedy that, and as soon as we have an update, we'll probably have to roll it over to the afternoon session. Do you copy?
I do. He won't be available this afternoon. We have way too big of a docket in the afternoon, but I'm sure we can accommodate another day.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, hi, ma'am, your name?
Chanel Dieter.
Thank you. Okay, stand by. Okay, calling case number 1005796, People State of Michigan versus Chanel Jeter, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor, Fred Bird on behalf of Chanel Jeter, my client waived the right to formal reading, understands the constitutional right to defend.
Formal reading into a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's going to be a Zoom pretrial date, April 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court in front of Judge Bryant and as the bond.
My client indicates to us that she's a 36 years old, that she's trying to get SSI right now, HR, difficult for her to pay the high monetary value now. She is on harmful medication. And this is record, especially, I understand, of the allegation, but respectfully, as for a person, not
Thank you. DDC is the bond, are there any holds?
She has a hold, Your Honor.
Okay, counsel, all right, thank you. Counsel, court takes into account representations, including your client's significant ties to the community. Further, the court does recognize that this is an older matter. However, a review of the file shows that on May 19, 2011, your client failed to appear for a pretrial, at which time a KPS was issued and bond set in the amount of $5,000 past surety by the Honorable Paula G. Humphreys. Do you have anything to address regarding your client's failure to appear back in 2011?
Okay.
Actually, my client was in prison on May 19, 2011. She went to prison on May 2nd, 2011. Was just released in November 17, 2001.
All right, thank you. All right, counsel, and the court does appreciate you looking into and being able to provide some additional information for why your client did not appear. Given those elements, essentially it appears that she was not transported for her appearance on this case, and it also accounts for why she has only appeared until now. Given what you presented, counsel, and that this is a matter that was a misdemeanor matter in front of Judge Humphreys, who has since retired, court in this case is going to exercise its authority to make a change under those circumstances, and also taking into account COVID facing the nation. Impose a bond amount of $5,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
Not at all, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, ma'am. You step away from the camera.
Hello.
Okay. Hi. Are you our interpreter, ma'am? Stand by,
Yes.
ma'am. At the DDC, stand by. We have an interpreter on another case. Stay right where you are. Stand by.
Will do.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Hi, Madam Interpreter. Your client, we have her off screen. Stand by. What we might have to do is put you in, have one of the attorneys zoom in and put you in a breakout room so that we can try to to get some additional information regarding the case. So thank you so much for being able to join us.
Very welcome, Your Honor.
Counsel, do we have somebody from your office available? We have an interpreter available for Cecilia Hernandez, because that was the one where we thought there might have been a retained attorney, but we weren't able, your office wasn't able to discern it. So the interpreter is available. If somebody from your office can zoom in, we can maybe set up a breakout room and get them squared away. Okay, Madam Interpreter, stand by. As soon as we get an attorney available, we'll get you guys a breakout room, okay?
Very good. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you for joining us. Hi, ma'am at the DDC. My apologies. Could you give us your name, please?
Dominique Bellamy.
Thank you, Ms. Bellamy. Stand by. We have to wait for the attorney to join us, and then we'll be right there with you.
Her hand is up. Okay.
Yes, quick question for you. You know, last week when I brought the DNA,
Mr. Sanford, quick question. I'm looking at the sticky note on the temporary file, and I'm also looking at, is it in front of Bryant or King? Bellamy. Yeah, hang on, let me take a look here.
Things in my ring back currently, so I'm not sure.
Sorry.
We look at the date.
Okay. I mean, it's going to be the, I mean, it's probably going to be April 22nd will be the date, but I'm just trying to find out, is it going to be Bryant or King? I have, the temporary file was April 20, sorry.
Just trying to figure out if Brian or who is the.
Or King. Because right now it's
Is it a
King.
felony or is it a misdemeanor?
Simba, it's a misdemeanor.
It's a misdemeanor.
Bryant.
Yeah, it should be Brian. I don't know why.
Yeah, it had King on here.
King
So.
on there.
All right, so Bryant, okay, so I know. Hi, councils, are we ready to go on Dominique Bellamy?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, stand by. Ms. Bellamy, stand by. We have an attorney. We're going to, I set up a breakout room for a different case, and then we'll be right with you. So stand by, Ms. Bellamy. You can stay right where you are. Okay. Oh, you know what? Since it's on the women's side, we're going to have to wait to get that camera available. Madam Interpreter, I'm sorry, please stand by. Because we have one camera available on the women's side and your client is on the women's side, we need to finish our docket and then we'll be able to make it available. So just stand by. We'll be a few more minutes. Thank you, ma'am.
Not a problem, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, we're on the record for Dominique Bellamy, calling case number 1904546 to the state of Michigan versus Dominique Chantel Bellamy, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. Record on that Dominique Bellamy. I'm trying to waive the right to the right.
Court waive the formal reading and turn not guilty on your client's behalf. It's going to be a Zoom. Pretrial date April 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court in front of Judge Bryant and Ms. Vaughn.
Lifelong she also indicated that she had no prior, she had no and unfortunately, she does Florida right now, keeping up to the system, she's not on probation for high school graduate, lives in Detroit, and understand the concept and actually turns herself in on Sunday morning, y'all. So especially, I understand this application, but it is an older case dating back to June 2019, which is cool down period. She did turn herself in. She has contact with disability. So respectfully, that's the
Okay, thank you. Did you see his bond or any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel for takes and counter representations, including this is an older matter and your client did turn herself in and the pandemic facing the nation, despite the assaultive allegations in the affidavit, in the complaint and the warrant. Court at this time will set bond the amount of $1,000 personal bond and no contact with the complaining witness, Sherry Michelle Parks. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to her through third parties. So no contact would also extend to the place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, ma'am. You can step away from the camera.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on.
Sir,
Okay, DDC, did we do Latrice Cobb?
No, I don't even have a folder for a Cobb.
Okay.
Let's see. Hey, Paul, do we have a Cobb here? No, Cobb got released 2 days ago. Thank you. She's been gone 2 days, Your Honor. Thank you.
What happened? What happened?
She got released 2 days ago.
Okay, thank you. I'll make a note. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Okay, in which case that leaves Ms. Hernandez. Thank you very much. We do have an interpreter. Stand by. Tell you. Okay, and the attorney is in the room, so stand by. Madam Interpreter, if you would please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to the best of your ability you will translate from English to Spanish and Spanish to English?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Stand by. We're going to put you all in a breakout room, so stand by. Thank you for your patience.
Yes.
Okay, and that should do it for now. So, okay, we're still on the record, we're still recording. No update on that one. Okay.
Can still connect. This is, your now. You know the zone number here, John.
Hang on one second. They should be able to get in. It's that first highlighted number at the top with the 134. That should do it.
John, I have a quick question. Attorney for, lady that need the interpreter.
Yeah.
He's about to dial in if he can.
Okay.
Wait. Sounds good.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Hi, counsel.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning, sir. Hi, good morning. Listen, there was an attorney with MIDC who was kind enough to kind of help fill in the gaps. So what we're going to do is, if you like, the interpreter is in the we have them in a breakout room. So if you want, we can see about putting you in the breakout room first, and then we can proceed from there. Do you want to do that?
Whatever is appropriate. I'm kind of.
Okay, Sam. Okay, let me see if I can get you added. Stand by.
Thank you.
Hang on. Dang it. Okay. I'm sorry. Dang it. It looks like everyone's exiting.
Your Honor.
Okay.
Your
Yes,
Honor.
ma'am. Hi.
This is the
Yes,
interpreter.
ma'am.
And the interpreter would like to inform the court that she just learned the defense attorney is Francisco Villarreal, who is in fact my brother-in-law.
Okay. And is your client aware of that? Because again, I appreciate you making that a point so that that way it's a matter of the record. And then in the event that there are any concerns in the future, but so long as you're able to provide your interpretation services, even in light of that, are you still able to proceed providing services for the client?
I did not inform the defendant of that. I can do so now if you'd like me to, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am, please, just so that she's aware and she can consent and she's fully aware and can make an informed decision.
Very good, Your Honor. Señora Hernández, quiero que usted sepa que yo soy pariente del señor Francisco Villarreal, su licenciado. Él es mi cuñado. ¿Usted da permiso a que podamos proceder yo sirviéndole como su intérprete?
Sí, está bien.
Yes, it's okay.
Okay, thank you. Then we are ready to proceed. Counsel, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, thank you. Let the record reflect that Madam Interpreter was previously sworn in by this court, and ma'am, you are still under oath. At this time, we're going on the record. Okay.
Understood, Your Honor, and I will do that.
Thank you, ma'am. Calling case number 210. 44
Así que ahora se llama el caso
324.
044324.
Good morning, Your
People
Honor.
of the state of Michigan, stand by, please. We have to put it on the record. People of the state of Michigan versus Cecilia Hernandez. Counsel, your appearance, please.
El pueblo del estado de Michigan versus Cecilia Hernández. Que todos digan su nombre para que conste en el acta, por favor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Francisco J. Villarreal, P34147, counsel for Cecilia Hernandez.
Buenos días, su señoría. Soy Francisco Villarreal, abogado defensor para la señora Hernández, número de abogado P34147.
Counsel, are you waiving the formal reading and sending your client mute?
I do, Your Honor.
Licenciado, usted renuncia a la lectura formal de cargos y su cliente guarda silencio.
Court will waive the formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf.
Así que se va a procesar una declaración de no culpable.
There is a Zoom pretrial date, April 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Bryant and counsel as to bond.
Así que
Your
vamos
Honor,
a fijar
I
la
would,
fecha.
Stand by, counsel. Madam Interpreter has to do her work, please.
Así que vamos a fijar la próxima fecha para el 22 de abril del año 2021 a las 8:30 de la mañana. Se va a celebrar esa audiencia aquí en la Corte de Distrito número 36 ante la juez Bryant.
And counsel, as to bond.
Y
Your
licenciado,
Honor,
¿qué quiere decir usted con respecto a la fianza?
Ms. Hernandez is the mother of 5 children. She's been a resident of the city of Detroit for many, many, many years. I know the family. It is my understanding that she has no prior history. So I would ask this court respectfully to set a personal bond with whatever other terms and conditions the court may deem appropriate to stay away from the complaining witness.
Su señoría, quiero dejarle saber que mi cliente, la acusada, tiene 5 niños. Es residente de la ciudad de Detroit y ha estado viviendo aquí por muchos años. Yo conozco la familia de ella y ella no tiene antecedentes penales. Así que le pido a la corte que le den una fianza de honor con las condiciones y plazos necesarias para evitar estar con la víctima.
DDC as to bond, are there any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
¿Hay alguna razón por detener la acusada? No, no vemos aquí razón para detenerla.
Okay, thank you. Counsel, court takes into account your representations, including your client's significant ties to the community.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, interpreter did not hear your statement.
The court takes into account your representations, including your client's ties to the community.
Bueno, licenciado, la corte toma en cuenta las representaciones que usted ha hecho, incluso los vínculos a la comunidad.
Also, that she does not have any other holds.
También notamos que ninguna otra jurisdicción ha pedido que ella sea detenida.
For those reasons, court will set bond in the amount of $1,000 personal bond.
Y por esa razón le vamos a conceder una fianza de $1,000, pero es una fianza de honor.
Also, while this case is pending, your client is to have no contact with the complaining witness, Gloria Rodriguez.
Y mientras este caso esté pendiente, su cliente no puede tener contacto ninguno con la víctima, Gloria Rodríguez.
No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person.
No contacto, y al decir no contacto me refiero a ningún contacto ni por escrito ni por oral.
No contact from third parties.
Tampoco que tenga contacto a través de una tercera parte.
The no contact order also extends to the complaining witness's place of residence and place of employment.
También la orden de no contacto tiene que ver con que no tenga contacto ni con la residencia ni el lugar de empleo de la víctima.
And no social media contacts, directly or indirectly.
Ni tampoco que tenga contacto con la víctima a través de los medios de comunicación sociales, directamente o indirectamente.
Okay. Counsel, is there anything further while we have Madam Interpreter available?
Licenciado, ¿algo más que usted le gustaría decir ya que tenemos la señora intérprete disponible?
Counsel, you're glitching and freezing up. Could you repeat that, please? Is there anything for, might have lost him. Counsel, is there anything further?
Other than to thank your staff and the interpreter for assisting and Your Honor for considering the issue of bond.
No, tan solo quiero darle las gracias a la señora intérprete, al personal y a su señoría por haber contemplado y haber decidido darnos fianza.
Okay, at this time we are concluded. DDC, thank you. We're all set. Thank you, ma'am. You can step away from the camera. Oh, counsel, what is your name? Counsel, what is your name again, please? Counsel?
Francisco, initial J, V as in Victor, I, LLA, RRUEL, P 34147.
Okay, counsel. Okay, what is the P number again?
34147.
Okay, thank you. All right, we are concluded.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.